The music in the background of this is actually very appropriate because if you do this, you will go down. Either 6 feet down or down to the police station, and it won't be your choice. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Holster Hell video. That's where we take a look at some things that either I'm sent or that I run across that just, really disturb me because they are the worst holsters that you could ever get, and we're going to talk about why. So, let's jump right in. First and foremost, why would you point your gun in any direction that you are not willing to make a hole? So unless this guy wants to make a new sunroof for his vehicle, this is probably the worst way to point your weapon. Okay, I take it back. This is now the worst way to point your weapon. Because, I mean, look at this. I mean, zero trigger discipline. This guy just grabbed it with his finger on the trigger and then flipped it around. And if you know anything about the human body, you know that your hand gets a little tighter when you go from this to this. So he easily could have popped a round off into his neighbor house and actually had to use his rental insurance for once. Does rental insurance cover shooting your neighbor? Look, just look at the finger and it pains me. So like, it's not even just the fact that this guy is handling his gun in such an unsafe manner. He's doing it in public. Like, look where he is. He's parked on this guy is parked on a random side street, filming this, pointing this gun at God knows who's off camera. Like, and second of all, I don't like these mounts. Like, they're not even technically holsters, okay? A quality holster, or rather a holster at all, covers the trigger so it can't be pulled, okay? This does not cover the trigger whatsoever, and in a lot of states, this is, I don't know, like, could it be considered brandishing? Because, I mean, it is pointing at the guy that's sitting next to you at the red light. Like, if your hand's not on it, does it count? Like, I don't know. This is Schrodinger's assault with a deadly weapon. It is and it isn't, I guess. But more so to the point, these magnetic mounts are not the best in general anyway, because, like, first and foremost, a lot of them are not that strong from what I've seen. Like, you get into a minor fender bender and it could come off. Some of them are very strong, in which case it may be hard to actually pull it off. But also, you don't have anywhere to secure it when you get out of the car. Because I know that the people that choose to use these type of mounts are not the type of people who have an actual holster on their body at all times. They may just leave it in the car, in which case it's like, okay, well, in which case you're leaving the gun unsecured in the car because it's not in a lockbox, right? And also in some states, like here in Texas, you have to have the gun in a holster in order to open carry it. I don't think this qualifies. Let's see that again, okay? Because that was. Okay, I couldn't tell for 100% certainty, but I think his hand was lightly resting on the trigger when he racked it like that. Still pointed at the guy at the red light because, you know, car hasn't moved. Yes, I know he's technically parked, so he's not actually pointing it at someone at a red light, but for all we know, he could be pointing at Fido off screen taking a piss on a bush. Okay, like, we don't know. And I also don't like these holsters that promote, like, Israeli carry, where you chamber around by pushing it into the holster, because, like, when he attached that thing to the roof, it was only held on by, like, glue, basically. So if that glue is not strong enough, it's not stronger than the magnet, then when you go to rack that thing, you just tear the whole thing off. Now your gun comes out and you have a finger on the trigger, but your gun has either not been racked all the way, like you short stroked it because it came off, in which case now you're pointing a gun that has a holster on the top of it, which is making it harder to actually rack the slide now again at a bad guy. Or maybe you did rack it, but now it has that thing. Now you got one shot because now it's covering the ejection port, so you pull the trigger, and now either way you still have to clear another malfunction.
You just got jammed.
The other thing is where it's mounted when you go to push it too. Like if his finger was actually resting on the trigger and he goes to push it and you're in a life or death situation, you're shooting it. You're shooting that one shot. So either way, like, I just do not like these at all. They're terrible. So bad. Anyway, guys, you guys tell me in the comments down below. Do you have one of these holsters? Because if you do, get rid of it immediately and get an actual quality Kydex or something. Keep it on your body. Or at the very least, get a car safe. Anyway, guys, if you are not one of those people, drop a comment down below and tell me how much you dislike those people. And let me know if you've ever owned one of these and why that was a bad idea. Anyway, I appreciate each and one of you guys. I'll see you in the next one.